firstly, patient records, treatment protocols, everything was collected. Then analysis was done, like how many patients are coming again and again to the hospital. The solution was to create targeted intervention programs for high risk patients. So in simple words, it was like, if there are, like, let's say 20% of patients who are constantly coming to the hospital, then they have some problem and that needs to be cured in depth. So they were given some more solutions, they were provided with some more consultations, and accordingly the results were seen, like 18% reduction in readmissions. Like 18 percentage was something that was attained by a hospital, and they reduced the same repetition of patients. So definitely it helped in saving like the health. And I see one example, yes, elections planning, yes, correct. So now about data analytics, types of data analytics. Firstly, let's understand what are the different types of data analytics. First is the descriptive analytics. So descriptive is simply going to answer what happened. Okay. Descriptive will check on the historical data, and like it examines historical data to help you like understand what was the past performance and trends. So one example is like the annual report of any company. When any organization tries to come up with some historical data to just show like, okay, this is what we did in the last year. So they come up with a financial report that is descriptive analytics. So what happened is all summed up in descriptive analytics. Okay. Yes, we can ask questions according to the data. This is a trend. Yes, correct. Stock market, correct. Thank you, Miss Sana, for sharing that. So, four types of data analytics. First is descriptive. So, where descriptive is talking about the history, it is going to help us understand the trends. It is going to help us understand the past performances. While diagnostic analytics is there to understand why did it happen. So, it investigates the root causes. It will try to figure out why did this problem come up. Okay. Then predictive analytics. What could happen next? Now, based on the data, based on the investigation, we are trying to predict what will happen ahead in the time, right? What will happen in future. So this is where I am trying to see and visualize. Okay. So for example, let's take COVID-19 as an example. All of us have been through it. And a simple way, descriptive analytics, what happened? So every government, different countries, they examined, okay, there is a outbreak of a virus, and because of this people are dying. This is what they examined based on the historical data. Then they tried to diagnose the analytics, like they tried to figure out why did it happen. Then they found out, okay, that this started from Wuhan, and like it spread out because people were traveling and all. So it came up with the investigation of why did it happen. Then they predicted. Now because let's say the initial patients reached to some different locations, so those countries would also get affected. This was a prediction that was conducted, that was carried out. And finally, now when we know, like, okay, the travelers have traveled internationally, so we will have to take some actions to safeguard. So there were quarantine mechanisms that were carried out, and this was to like help, so like control the outbreak, right? So this is how we see, like, with data it was all possible. Descriptive helped us to understand the history, diagnostic helped us to understand why it happened, then predictive helped us understand like what will happen, what can happen, what might happen, and prescriptive is there to solve what should be my action item, what should be my management strategy, mitigating strategy that will help me to counter that problem. Is everyone with me? Can you guys quickly say yes in the chat section? I hope you